everybody. Welcome to Kame House Party. I'm Vince.
I'm Aaron.
And this is the universe's only improv Dragon Ball watch-along podcast. It is as rare as a Dragon Ball itself. We are so excited to be back this week.
There are 7 of those. There's only one of us.
I'm saying collective rarity.
Okay.
Like we're as precious as a wish on a dragon. We know somebody wished for this podcast to be created. That's the only reason why we exist. And those people who wished for it were Aaron and Vince. Shenron, grant thyself, I say. And we are so excited to be back and talking about another episode of Dragon Ball. It's a big old party, and we got to do, some things before we get started. Before we invite you into the party, we've got to do something called Kame housekeeping. Where we get we got to clean up a little bit, get the dust off, to put the chair in the right space, make sure there's ample party flow. And to begin, the first piece of Kame housekeeping is the world famous, UN-sanctioned 1 minute roundup. A whip sound.
Glug, 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 glug. Ah. That's a good sarsaparilla.
Well, you're not going to find much better sarsaparilla this far outside of the Arizona Circle.
I'll take your word for it, bartender. Why don't you slide me another cold one?
Oh, sure. That'll just be 5 pence.
5 pence? What?
Hey.
This one was free.
First taste is always free. I run this bar like a drugstore. First taste is free, then you come back for more.
Like those barbers who also do surgery?
Precisely. I'm also the town barber.
I'm addicted. You knew this was going to happen. I'm addicted to the sarsaparilla. I'm licking the inside of the bottle trying to get another drop.
Here's my trade secret. I lace everything I do with cocaine.
The wonder drug cocaine?
The wonder drug cocaine.
No. Cocaine's not that funny.
I know, but that's
and seed.
And that, ladies and germs, is the improvised Western scene that we do to either loosen or tighten our improv muscles to get ready for the show ahead. And when one of us laughs, this time both of us, at the word cocaine, that is the end of the scene. I don't know why I laughed again. Cocaine is not funny.
Maybe it is. Maybe we've been wrong.
maybe our entire comedy career has been a lie.
I thought I was going to get you with me making those tongue noises. which I did use to lick the rim of my glass for authenticity.
In my heart, I said, great Foley. Can't laugh at that. That leads us into the 1 minute roundup proper, where one of us, this time Aaron, has 60 seconds to summarize everything that has happened in Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z up until this point. So that's 50 episodes of Dragon Ball Z and the entire series of Dragon Ball. Aaron, unfortunately, no fan stepped in to save you with a Gohan-like kick. So you are responsible for the 1 minute roundup this week. Whenever you're ready, I have to ask the question. Aaron, are you ready to round up?
I am as ready as I'll ever be. And 3, 2, 1. Dragon Ball is about the 7 magic crystal balls. If you collect them all, you get any wish you want. And the main story is about Goku. He was a little monkey boy, became a monkey man, revealed to be a monkey alien. So his early adventures are about him finding a bunch of friends, fighting in the Tenkaichi tournament 3 times, finally winning his 3rd go-around. He defeats a militia. He defeats the Demon King. He defeats the Demon King's son. He saved the world on multiple accounts. He's a great guy. Cut 2, him as a young adult. He's married. He's got a kid. He's doing better than me. He turns out he's from space, and his brother wants him to join. Gets killed, goes to the afterlife, trains a bunch to stop other people who are from his same planet, 2 other Saiyans, and he does. He saves the world. But all of his buddies die in the process. So his other friends have to go into space to try and get new Dragon Balls from the planet Namek. That's where those demons were from. And then Goku is also on his way there. And there's a bunch of stuff happening on Namek.
I think that was fantastic. Aaron did a great job.
Did I find the trick? Is it just say a bunch of stuff happened? Is that what it's going to come down to?
I think you put the Game Shark in your 1 minute roundup, and that's what happened.
I typed that code was like 20 characters long.
Got to get those unlimited master balls and also break your game. But thank you, Aaron. That was fantastic. In case you were wondering why we do that, it's simple. It's so you, the listener, don't have to go back and listen to every episode of the podcast or watch every single episode of Dragon Ball to get caught up to where we are now. But, survey says a lot of people do. A lot of people go back. So if you're interested in going back, please do head to kamehouseparty.com or wherever you get your podcast to check out those old episodes. Great guests, great fun, great Dragon Ball related content, and some mediocre improv. But I'll also say we've had some great fan-submitted 1 minute roundups. Feel free to send those in via MP3 to kamehousepartypod@gmail.com. We will play them on air. It is so much fun to hear other people do the 1 minute roundup because we've had some good ones. They've been scored. They've had music. They are themed. It's great. And then that leads us into the final piece of Kame housekeeping, where I tell you, the listener, that we watched two different versions of the show. I watched the English dubbed version, while Aaron watches the Japanese language English subtitled version. And why? Long time ago, we did a thing. It stuck, and we like to compare and contrast the two versions of the show. So we start usually with the title, and since it's Dragon Ball Z Land, I will start as has been the ritual for the last 50 episodes. So here we go. Episode 51 of Dragon Ball Z. Vegeta has a ball.
I hate that title because they're doing a pun for the horrible, horrible things he's doing.
Yes. Let us not forget that this pun is covering up murder.
Mine does what a original Japanese language title is going to do, and that's spoil the very end. So here we go. Episode 51 of Dragon Ball Z. The roughly translated Japanese title is Courage Times 100. The warriors gathered under Kaio. Kaio. So, you know.
We know who that is.
I got super excited. I'm like, oh, maybe they mean someone else. Until, the last minute Hail Mary play of, nope, it's what you thought it was.
There's no guesswork needed for any episode of Dragon Ball Z, according to the Japanese title. But yeah, I don't like mine because it, for some reason, reminds, in my head when I read it, Vegeta has a ball at the sock hop with his gal. I don't know
his
why
gal
it goes.
Murder.
Yeah. But yeah, with that, we can get into episode 51 and just start talking about it. Because, a decent amount of things happen. There's a lot of cuts in this episode. We learn a bunch about the Namekian just way of life. But we got to start with some bad stuff with the recap. Vegeta unceremoniously kills a Namekian. And then we get some lingering shots of Vegeta looking around as the other Namekians start to get angry, justifiably so. And then Vegeta just laughs at their pain, is how I wrote it in my notes.
It was real creepy. Just him laughing at all the horrible stuff he's going to do, how weak they are. It's, no, why? I thought you were building up this character so we would kind of like him.
I would not be brave enough, I think, in creating a story like this, tracking Vegeta like a main character in a way that is interesting, but also are we supposed to be rooting for this guy? Because he is stopping Frieza, who we know is bad, but we know Vegeta's bad, but is he as bad as Frieza? That's yet to be determined. He's also whittling down Frieza's forces, which is helping Gohan and Krillin, but also hurting Gohan and Krillin because there's fewer people. I don't know.
That's just it, right? You can't say that, oh no, Vegeta's acting out of character. Sure isn't. It's just that the show is saying, hey, this person's important, we should follow him. It's like, do I have to?
Yeah, through this part, can we just like cut away?
Yeah, can we you don't have to luxuriate in it, show, and make it we'll see if we come to an agreement, but they kind of goofed it up. And when I say goof, like they made it a little too zany.
Oh, okay.
But we'll see. Because we gotta get some lunch.
That's right. We're not talking about the character.
Yeah, unfortunately. She doesn't ride a rocket ship with a cowboy hat come down.
Man, that's how launch would get to Namek, though. She just ride on the outside of a rocket ship.
Yeah, like the end of Doctor Strangeglove.
Yahoo!
Yeah, she does the goofy yell.
She goofy yells to Namek.
And then she's like, I heard there were a bunch of banks.
Poor Namekians have to say, we don't have any banks.
What? I'm grabbing your collar. Spill the beans.
Uh,
Where's all your money?
We don't have money on our planet. You see, we were devastated by a natural occurrence centuries ago that took away our prettiest plants.
Look, hey, I'm listening, but I'm getting real agitated. You better get to the point.
Oh, the point is, we all have one father, and he doesn't give us any allowance.
This seems too soon to reveal all this, but I'll go along with it. No allowance. How do you buy your baseball cards and your gum?
Oh, we just drink water.
What? There's not even food here to say Luritien.
Who?
You know what? I'm hopping back in my rocket ship. This isn't worth my time.
Oh, my name's Sea Slug, by the way. What a strange creature.
Hey, we're all giving birth to a bunch of eggs. You want in on it?
Oh, yeah! Let's make a clutch!
Seed.
Oh, we threw up in their ears!
Yeah, that's what I was going for. Thank you for coming along. That's just...
Right. Our fantastic voyage.
Slide, slippity slide.
All those eggs are coming outside.
You got some vomit sound effects, some Coolio references. This show has everything. But what I wanted to say is that is exactly... Launch was actually on Namek. That's exactly what happened. It's like there's no currency. Capitalism doesn't exist here. I'm out.
Yeah, she had to go to some other planet to ruin their economy.
But we'll get to those. It sounds like nothing really changed with the what Namekians do.
Yeah,
so that's good. But we'll get to we'll get to it when we get to it, I guess. After
we get that very creepy Vegeta laugh, we get a cut to what I'm calling Capsule Cave, where Bulma, Gohan, Krillin, and Dende are all hanging out, eating some lunch boxes, and this is when we get a lot of Namekian exposition from Dende, where he tells our ball squad that Namekians only drink water. We learn that they're trying to revitalize their planet after a big old natural disaster with the form of, I think they're called Gisa plants. And we get like a flashback to a lush, forested Namek. And we don't get a reason for why the natural disaster occurred. I was kind of assuming that the backstory would be like, well, the Namekians were too industrious. The classic greenhouse emissions and all that. But no, just a weird happening.
Not of their own accord. As far as Sende knows. I don't know what those elders are hiding.
Yeah, what are those elders know?
What are they hiding? Yeah.
Yeah, the natural disaster, it seems, almost destroyed their entire planet and their ecosystem. And we are kind of understanding that the Namekians are trying to rebuild, which makes their whole plight even sadder that they're being cut down by a bunch of foreigners, a bunch of spacemen come out of nowhere.
There's a lot of symbolism here, right?
Oh, yeah.
You think of it intentional or nah?
I think it's intentional, but in the way that at the time where this stuff was coming out, it was like, hey, we're just going to slide this in here, for the folks that are into this sort of thing. But it's so easily dismissed, by everybody who's 10, 11, 12. They won't get it.
Because if we're talking early 90s, environmentalism is having a big push. Yep. Captain Planet's on the horizon in the West.
Oh, that hero? He's going to take pollution down to zero?
Yeah, he's going to stop bad guys who like to loot and plunder. So that, again, the extent of my knowledge of environmentalism is that blue guy with green hair, the colors of the earth. See, maybe that's it. I was thinking more like, wait, are the Namekians the Japanese? And Frieza's just America, and this is a commentary on post-war Japan, which, affected all of anime.
Oh yeah, when I learned about like the post-war anime and stuff, basically through Rurouni Kenshin, I was like, oh, that hurts. That hurts that I am consuming this in a way, being an American and contributing to an entire culture's kind of, what's the word for it? Because it's not remorse. Like they're very remorseful. It seems, at least Rurouni Kenshin, with the whole concept of having a sword that's not really supposed to be used for killing anymore, and all that kind of stuff.
I don't know the word for it. Also, I haven't watched Rurouni Kenshin.
It's worth a check out, I'd say.
I think the conclusion that we have to come to is that we're dum-dums. And this is the extent of our knowledge. So if you know what the symbolism of this episode of Dragon Ball is, you can write to us at kamehousepartypod@gmail.com. Well, you know what? I'll take wild speculation on this one. We'll treat it like a high school lit class.
Yeah, we'll take arguments. If you want to write an essay, feel free.
I will only read 5-paragraph essays on this topic.
We need the funnel formula, right? You start with a big idea, you funnel it in, then you put the blocks of each 3 arguments, then you broaden it out for the conclusion, you bring it back.
Double spaced, 12-point font.
Just because we're on the topic of essay writing, I had some very clever friends in high school and middle school. To get their word count up, you bring the font text down to a certain size so that the words that you wrote look like a period, but it ups your word count if you're like down like 2, 5, sometimes even 10 words. Yeah, I like, some of my friends were like, oh yeah, I couldn't hit the word count, so like 6 of my periods are just jumbled words.
Sneaky.
How sneaky is that? Yeah. Now we got to talk about This is what we alluded to, is Vegeta being a bad dude. I'm not gonna say it's not kind of cool, but it's bad because Vegeta. We cut to Vegeta being attacked by the Namekians in that village, and I was like, yes, hurt this man for killing that man. We see a crater after a huge explosion, and we think, oh, maybe the Namekians actually did it. They may have defeated Vegeta. No. Vegeta rises from the crater, covered in rocks? Is this a known ability of his?
I feel like I've never seen this before, and we'll never see it again.
Right. We'll never see, because to be honest, this reminded me of another anime. One of the classic tropes in Naruto in any battle is Naruto's so clever, he attacks from underneath the ground. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, this is kind of that, but it takes the turn of floating rocks. We see that Vegeta left himself eye holes to see, and then flexes his power, rocks go flying, take out a bunch of Namekians, which was so lame on their part.
It's very boss battle-y. Like, there's a clear wind up for you to like get behind cover. It's just control. He's just a control villain.
It is a control villain.
So that's part of like the zaniness of it all. And throughout this whole action sequence, they cut to the same group of Namekians just panicking. And they didn't actually do this, but the vibe I got was just them each time they saw Vegeta do something new, they just kept pulling at their collar. Is what it felt like. And that like what you can't have like Three Stooges reactions to this horrible thing.
They're like, oh, I don't know about this, boss.
Shut up, knucklehead. Fight him back. Use your beam weapons.
He's covered in rocks. I'm going to hurt my little hands.
I'm going to hurt your little hands. Hey, hup.
Ow!
That's right. I'm doing... Everyone knows the Three Stooges bits I'm doing.
Yeah, you're making me follow your fingers with my eyeballs, and then you're bopping me on the head, and then it sounds like a coconut.
Yeah, I tell you to hit my fist, and then I swing it around and bonk you on the head. Here's some lobsters to pinch your nose.
Ow!
Now go fight him, you numbskull.
Shucks. I'll go fight him. Then I get hit with a rock in the head. Doing. Oh, he's too tough.
Curly over there get hit with a rock, and now he's doing the spinny thing. The whoop, 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 whoop. Also, we're all dying, too, at the same time.
And
scene.
One of the Namekians seemingly has a little bit more power than the other ones, and charges up a beam, fires it at Vegeta, who initially looked a little bit nervous about the power that was coming from that Namekian. Vegeta then puts out his hand and is able to, I guess, redirect the energy blast or send his own down the same energy beam, right? It felt very, like, I think, like you said, a little cartoonish, like, it's just like, wow, wow. I don't know. That sound effect was visual enough for the audience, right?
Yeah,
wow,
I think I get it.
Wow.
I think I zoned out towards the end of this scene.
I mean, that's about it.
I'm like, there's a beam battle.
But we know what happens. So then we cut back to the capsule cave where we officially hear Dende tell everybody his name. And right when I think Dende's asking them, why are you weirdos here on my planet? Krillin and Gohan sense some power levels being extinguished. They rightfully assume it's Vegeta taking out another Namekian village. This hits Krillin pretty dang hard because he has a flashback where he sees himself almost killing Vegeta, and it's just like, I should have done it. I should have killed him. This wouldn't be happening if I could have killed him.
I don't know. They're kind of just rehashing things that we knew. My takeaway, and I don't know if this is true in yours, they keep ignoring Dende. He's like, hey, who are you guys? Like, no time. We got to run out and sense ki.
Yeah, we got to go outside and feel this ki.
The wall. Look, the reception's not my keys. My key doesn't get great reception. I need to be not in this cave.
Oh, you don't have that 5 key?
No, it turns into a zombie. What are you talking about?
That's why they don't have 5 key towers on Namek.
Mm-hmm. We got rid of them. They had 5 key towers actually caused all the global disasters. We do. It's either 4G or we work off the planet's Wi-Fi.
Not 4G LT key. All right, enough. Too many key puns.
Just listen to the boy.
Yeah, hear him out. Tell him what he wants to know.
Like, he has to almost beg them, like, just tell me who the fuck you are. How do you know about the Dragon Balls? Y'all know you are aliens to me, right? You're invading my planet.
It's so true. Then they ignore him. And the audience is also asked to ignore him because we cut back to the village. We see that Vegeta has killed everyone but the Elder. And when we say everyone, they even allude to the fact that Vegeta has killed young Namekians because the Elder is holding one in his arms.
The final goofy thing is that when we cut back to this, Vegeta, he does the, I don't know what exactly you call it, where you clench, you interlock your fist and then you just come down. It's like a hammer or something.
I think it's a hammer swing.
Okay, he does the hammer swing, leaves a dent in the forehead of one of them. Like, no.
And yeah, the Namekian's eyes bulge out like a cartoon. It's dark.
He does a wolf whistle.
His tongue falls down, then flaps back up.
There's little birds flying around his head. And then you hear like in the soundtrack.
Oh, I should laugh. A Namekian man is dead.
An entire village is destroyed. And you got one of them in the corner going smoking and just tornadoing out of there. Why what are you doing, Dragon Ball?
I don't know, because it gets even kind of dumber. So Vegeta is having a conversation with the Elder. The Elder's like, I won't tell you where the Dragon Ball is. You'll never find it. Those are the Elder's words. You'll never find it. I won't tell you where it is. Vegeta just vaporizes the dude after that. And then he just walks into the first house and on a pillar in the middle of a room with only a chair is the 4-star Namekian Dragon Ball.
It's real dumb. I think there, in mine, and it might be just a subtle thing, where Vegeta starts walking towards the house, and the other's like, "Oh dang, he figured it out." He yells out, "Wait!" and that's when Vegeta blasts him.
Okay.
You see the little. It does that thing where like the figure is sort of shaded in. It's like a bunch of shady lines, but they also do the kid he was holding. Like, what are you
again unnecessary, especially after all the other stuff that we've seen.
You got Vegeta saying that's gotta Hoyt as he does it.
Vegeta says, "I idolized him."
He takes another Namek, puts a cigar in his mouth, lights it, and it explodes in his face. And only the eyes are left.
As he's walking in, he's got a little lapel that's a flower, leans down. He's like, "Smell the roses, buddy." Sprays water in his face.
Then he does a bongo rung into the house.
Chattering teeth all over the floor. Are we done yet?
Do you get the picture, everyone? It's Goofy.
As goofy as Vegeta's solution to hiding the Dragon Ball from Frieza, right there. Cool. He drops it in the lake right next to the village.
All right, there's a whole village, a bunch of dead Namekians all around. They'll never know what happened. They'll assume they're all asleep. Time to toss this bad boy in the water.
It's very similar to playing an Assassin's Creed game where everybody in the base is dead and there's like one bad guy whose AI can't see dead people and it's just walking around like nothing's wrong. But yeah, I was like, oh, Vegeta's gotta hide it somewhere. Like he's gotta have an idea, or it's gonna be one of those things where he throws it into the cave that Bulma's hiding in at some point. Something like that. No, he's just like, ha, now that I have this Dragon Ball, I'm just going to, whoa. Damn, I dropped it. Vegeta, Frieza will never find it down there. Like, why wouldn't Frieza look down there?
Well, he hates water.
That's what we don't know.
Hey, trying to get him to take a bath? Ooh, good luck. On a Sunday night before school?
Tell me about it. Zarbon here. Just had to drop in for this. I can't get Lord Frieza to take a bath for the life of me.
I mean, he's like, I want my action figures. I want the bubble bath. I want the water safe Crayolas that you can do on the tile.
And the worst part is, he wants to watch YouTube while he's in there.
Maybe that's the worst part. He does just sit for like an hour. And you can't do anything. He's too little to be left by himself. You can't do anything. You can't leave.
Yes, I have to sit there and scroll through all the Rooster Teeth channels for Frieza to watch. It's maddening.
He's diehard red versus blue since the beginning, baby.
And I have to say to him, Lord Frieza, none of the original cast is there. What good could it do?
They can't keep up the quality after so many seasons. Come on. I've never watched it personally, so I'm guessing here.
The one thing I will say is that sometimes I think maybe I can throw the Frieza out with the bathwater. And scene. And commercial break. Bloop. Now that that's done, time to find the last Dragon Ball. So long, village of dead Namekians that I've definitely killed.
Hey, Mollusk. Is he gone?
He's totally gone. Sea snail.
Woo. Thank God one of those rocks missed us.
Just by the skin of our antenna, I'd say.
But I don't know when he's gonna get back. I really want to check on everyone else. You know what? We should probably just play dead, right? For a little bit.
We're just face down by the charred remains. Face down, ass up. That's the way we like to hide. We're surrounded by the fallen Namekians around us, but
I know I want to hide, but I'm horrified by the scenery around me, confused by the wacky sound effects that came on during that battle. I wish there was something to distract me.
Oh, while we were playing dead, I started listening to this really fun podcast. It's called Kame House Party.
Oh, that sounds like some Earth stuff.
I mean, Earth stuff is good.
I mean, yeah, pizza.
Pixar movies.
I'm interested in that capitalism stuff. It seems kind of cool.
Yeah, we should definitely try that once we get our planet back together.
Mm-hmm, for sure.
Okay, but keep your voice down.
Okay, sorry, but Kame House Party.
It's a really cool, fun podcast, and you should listen to it. But when you do, you should make sure to like and share the podcast with some of your friends who aren't dead or hiding or playing dead.
Once we get everything back to normal, and we definitely don't have to move to a different planet, I'll share it with my friends. My app only lets me follow, so I'll do that. But if I had an app that let me write a review, I totally would.
Yeah, my podcasting app allows me to leave 5 stars, so I do, and I leave reviews for the podcast. And guess what? They read them on air. It's great.
What? I'm using my 5 key. Don't tell anyone. I'm using my 5 key to look some more things up. Apparently, the more follows or ratings and reviews they get, the easier it is for other people to find the podcast. What? Then we could get everyone on Namek to listen to this. We'd have something to talk about besides, reforesting our planet.
I know. Everybody just wants to talk about those weird Gisa plants.
We don't even eat the fruit from it.
It's purely aesthetic.
Yeah. Grand Elder is like, it's my vibe.
Thanks, Sea Slug, for taking a chance on Kame House Party. I hope you enjoy it. And what's that? Hold on.
Wait, we gotta play.
I think I left my cell phone somewhere down there. Shh. I left it where I thought oh, there it is. Right next to where the Dragon Ball was. Did someone download Kame House Party on my phone?
Ring, 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 ring.
Hello?
Hey, is this Goku's phone?
No, this is Vegeta, you idiot.
Oh, no. Sorry.
You're talking to the Prince of All Saiyans.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Maybe. Is Goku around? Can I talk to him? This is Cord, by the way. Meow, meow. I don't think you met me.
Oh, I haven't met you.
Good to meet you. Meow, meow.
Do I hear something behind you?
Probably some. Is it the sound of beans being munched?
Hey, Corin, tell Goku I say hi.
Well, one, it's not Goku, and two, I got a better thing you can say to him.
What's that?
Back to the show.
Wait, if it's not Goku, who are you talking to?
It's me, Vegeta. And what are you talking about, cat?
Meanwhile, on Namek, on another part of Namek,
Yeah.
Frieza and Zarbon are hanging out. Yeah, so Frieza, we get a cut when we come back from commercial. Big Frieda's hanging out with Zarbon. And Big Frieda's saying, look out for all these hoes, Zarbon. Where are these Dragon Ball hoes?
Lord Frieza, we have 5 hoes, as you say, up for you. They're right here. We'll go look. Me and the squid guy will go look for the other ones.
And you better drop it.
Oh, Big Frieda, I wish I knew what you were talking about. I'm woefully inexperienced with your brand.
Back in New Orleans, we had Dragon Balls every day. It was a party.
Yes, we are going to party once we collect them all.
Yeah, and my wish is going to be for everybody to be able to twerk. Twerk it.
Well,
twerk it.
Lord Frieza, I'm no square. I've got that on lock. Here we go.
Zarbon, show me that cake. What does that cake do?
I'm upside down.
Oh, you gotta drop it.
Up against a rock.
Hold on to your ponytail.
Hey, it's me, Squid Guy. So should I go find the Dragon Balls or what's going on here?
And
see.
See.
Squid Guy's confused.
Squid Guy is very confused, but I can't wait for Big Frieda's new album. Zarbon on Namek.
And I can't wait to actually learn who Big Frieda is.
Oh, yeah, you gotta listen to a couple Big Frieda party rock, party kind of songs.
As the show suggests, I do like to party. So, but we covered it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Zarbon and Squid Guy go searching. I think Frieza's sort of scam is like, well, Vegeta probably has already found the other Dragon Balls. I'll just wait for him to come to me and then kill him.
Frieza thinks Frieza is using the Queen's Gambit opening, setting up Vegeta for checkmate in 3 moves.
I would love sort of a bottle episode of Dragon Ball where Vegeta has... It's not going to happen this way, but Vegeta has 2 Dragon Balls. Frieza has the 5, and they're all just on opposite sides of the planet and just waiting, and neither of them come.
They're both just like, oh yeah, it's only a matter of time.
I'm so smart. Frieza's gonna come crawling for these Dragon Balls any minute.
Frieza's on the other side. Vegeta, he'll be here any moment to come get these Dragon Balls, and when he does, I'll kill him.
Maybe Frieza doesn't know I have the Dragon Balls. Maybe I should send him a text. No, that's needy. I'll wait.
I wonder if I post something about how I have 5 of the 7 Dragon Balls on Namek, if Vegeta will show up in my DMs. No. Posting would leave me open to finding my location.
I mean, I could probably go run some errands. He does have... I forgot he has work. I forgot his schedule. He's probably not available until the evening. I could go run some errands real quick, but what if he comes? No, I'll wait.
Maybe I'll send Vegeta a Zoom invite, just randomly, to see what happens.
If I fly to the middle of the planet and just see maybe where he's at, I'm gonna do that. Boo.
I'm gonna go for a little walk. And by walk, I mean fly.
Lord Frieza.
Vegeta, is that you?
It is. Just flying around Namek, no reason.
Of course. As am I, going for my afternoon flight. And I just wanted to ask.
Same here, since you're here.
Let's just ask our question on 3.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Why aren't you coming to see me there with the Dragon Balls? What?
What?
Nothing. I have to go.
Oh, okay. I wet my pants.
What?
Bye.
Okay, now that I'm back home, he was definitely coming over here. I've got him wrapped around my Saiyan finger.
Did I just say I peed my pants and flew away? What is wrong with me? And see.
Oh, I was gonna have him look at out the window, and then they're staring at the same star, and then sing the American Tail theme, which is about a brother and it's a brother and sister singing it, which is it's weirdly romantic for that, in my opinion.
I'll have to listen to this because I don't remember it being about a brother and sister.
Somewhere out there, it's Fievel. He's like thinking about his sister.
Oh, I didn't know he was thinking about his sister during that. I just assumed. I have not seen Fievel in a long time, so I think my brain was like, he's just trying to get somewhere out there. That's what that's prosperity. About.
Something about the Holocaust.
Something about cats being Nazis.
That's what that movie's about.
Yeah.
And we watched it a ton.
It was a regular thing.
Which is good. We need to know.
But it's also such a like kid staple. Like, I don't think there's a lot of people my age, a lot of my peers, if I say Fievel, they're like, Goes West or American Tail. Yeah.
Look, there are no cats in America and the streets are paved with cheese. And it's an immigrant story. It's deeper than this episode, I'll say.
That's right. So let's come up for air. Let's come up for air.
And intentional. Way more intentional.
Look, back to Dragon Ball. our own tiny foreigner, or no, this is his planet.
Yeah.
Dende finally gets the info out of them.
Quote, he says, I finally unraveled the mystery about you.
Yes, that is very similar in mine. I wrote, he's like, finally, I know who you are.
You didn't help him. Told him to come with you. Took him to see some gross lady. Try to make you eat food. It's like someone sitting you down for a big old plate of sawdust and says, eat up.
Come on, weirdo. Don't you eat this stuff?
Yeah. Don't you love bricks and nails?
It's like, actually, I eat organic matter.
What the fuck?
What?
What a weirdo.
Oh, it's just like that episode of Futurama where Fry thinks he's a robot. But unlike Fry, who doesn't know what kind of robot he is, Dende explains to Bulma that there is no gender on Namek. They're all one gender.
Mm-hmm.
And something I did not know was a fact about Dende is that he is the 108th child of the eldest Namekian, who was like one of the only Namekians to survive the natural disaster.
Yeah, in mine they straight up say he is the grand elder was the only one who survived and birthed everyone. And yeah, same number, 108. 108 Namekians, so...
Can you capture all of them?
I was going to say Glenn Close is trying to make a Piccolo coat.
Ah!
Do you want to... but we can swing it to gotta catch them all, gotta catch them all.
Catch them all. Gotta catch all those eggs.
Piccolo nail, Grand Elder Dende.
There's 108 Namekians to find. To be a Namekian master is my destiny. Egg birth.
Yeah, there's one Namekian named Egbert. In lieu of 5-paragraph essays, I will also accept a weird-ass poke rap where you name a bunch of Namekians.
Maybe I'll submit that one.
We'll have to screen it.
Articuno Beedrill.
These are definitely names of Namekians. I'm not just saying the Pokemon. Pikachu, Squirtle.
Wait, hold on.
These are canon.
I also just, before we leave this scene, it is very funny how, like, almost angry Bulma is about there only being one gender on Namek.
She says she's glad she wasn't born a Namekian. Bulma.
That's so rude. She's not as rude in mine. She says, that's boring.
That's the implication, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's against, I guess she's against Namekians.
I don't know what Bulma thinks. The Namekians can still date. They can do whatever they want.
They can do whatever they want. I don't know what videos of egg spitting they got.
Hey, comes over real clear on that 5 key.
Also, they're all related, so
fits right in with some search terms that we've seen. I don't want to give any examples.
This would imply that Bulma's done the deed, right?
She at least is interested in it, right? Like we're assuming Bulma has done something because that's what she wants to. She knows that's what she wants, I guess.
And I'll say I think we have to clarify that this is not a judgment call.
No,
we'll judge her for a bunch of other things, but not this. We're digging deep. We're trying to figure it out.
Like, what would drive Bulma to have that reaction? It's the fact that, like, oh, it's boring here if you can't do stuff with the opposite sex. So that leads us to say Bulma at least knows what to do with the opposite sex, and she's entitled to do it if she chooses.
She is interested.
Yes, if nothing else.
She knows it. She knows it's fun.
Mm-hmm. Whee!
Yeah, that's at the end. That's what I say. And then I say again. Look, Goku. We're not talking about horny Goku, but you can't stop it.
Can't stop it. It's a snowball running downhill. A lot like some more of Dende's exposition about the eldest Namekian, who we learn has the last Dragon Ball that everybody's looking for. Time is of the essence. Krillin says, I'll go with you. I'll follow you. You lead the way. He tells Gohan to stay with Bulma. And his reasoning, in mine at least, is that we can't both get caught by Vegeta if he shows up.
That's essentially the sentiment.
Do you agree with that? Because I thought it was a weird strategy. Like, let's say the worst thing happens. And along the way, Krillin gets jumped by Vegeta. I guess they're both dead. Like, they both would die there. And this just prolongs the inevitable, I guess you could say.
Because, I mean, this causes... We know what's going to happen at the Elder's place. So this causes complications where it's like, you should have just brought Gohan anyway.
Right.
I think that's coloring it. We know it's a bad move. I don't... If I was in this literal situation... One, I'd never come out of that cave. I'm a big scaredy cat.
Especially once you know Goku's coming.
Yeah, it's like, Bulma, can you put me in one of them sleep chambers for 6 days?
That's really, that could have solved everything.
Sleep does solve everything.
Gosh, we all need more of it.
But if we didn't have this, we might not have had Krillin doing a sort of internal monologue of the events, what's going to happen. And he's getting hopeful again. Maybe they can grab this Dragon Ball and hide it. Maybe they can make it until Goku gets here. And then he sort of says a thing in mind where it's, oh man, if I'm expecting miracles, then I know we're in trouble. Like he knows it's dire and that it's a long shot for him to survive. Then the last thing he says is, and I've never had a single, sorry, I have to do it in Krillin voice. And I've never had a single woman in my life either. Or either, however you pronounce it.
Okay. More or less the same. But when it comes, when Krillin has his like doubt moment, he goes, oh, who am I kidding? I'm going to die here and I've never even had a girlfriend.
That's better than I never had a woman. Which
true.
I know the connotation. I just think it's an icky way to phrase it.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, poor Krillin is very much like he's like he can only be optimistic for like 5 to 10 minutes at a time while on Namek, and then he's just like crushing reality of the situation where he's like between a Frieza and a Vegeta place, and between those two is only death and destruction.
I hate this Krillin.
I know. This is not our favorite Krillin.
Maybe dying twice was the best thing that can happen to him.
Just Toriyama doing the young man dirty.
Speaking of our only hope, Goku. Oh, look at that. He's training. Whoop-de-doo. The important thing is that King Kai gives him a ring because King Kai has some very special guests. And I am so happy to see their faces.
Oh, yeah. Big old smile on my face when this scene happened.
Because who should be at King Kai's planet but a Yamcha, a Tien, a Chaozu, and a Piccolo, all with little halos. They made it to Snake Way in like a month.
Yeah, something like that. Because Yamcha gets on the mic at one point to talk to Goku, and says like, well, "We must have just missed each other at the check-in." And I was like, "Wait, I guess," but I don't. The timing on that was wrong to me because Goku had already been on Earth before they all died.
Maybe.
Even though I would have loved to have seen like Goku on his way out and Yamcha and all those guys on the way in, and Goku being like, "Hey, what happened?"
It's like, Goku, don't stop, go.
And then Piccolo's just like, "What are you? Just keep going. Your son's waiting. I mean, my son's waiting." That I just think that could have been a good comedic moment.
Yeah, but that would have been nice. I don't need to know what the actual thing was, whether or not they did miss each other.
Yeah, but it's very nice to see the boys are back.
I don't know if you got this about Chaozu, because Goku is surprised that Chaozu was there. Everyone's making a big deal about it, like, even Chaozu came with us. I'm like, why wouldn't he? You jerks.
Mm-hmm. Also, he can fly.
Like, up yours.
Mm-hmm.
But Goku says, quote, Chaozu got blown to pieces. Is he still okay?
Wow, that's a much better line than mine, which was just, "Oh, Chaozu made it, nice."
Because apparently, Kame, who is also dead, remember, I guess hanging out in the lobby, Kame regenerated Chaozu.
Oh.
And that's why he's no longer in pieces, which begs the question, is the way you exit this world the way you enter the next? Is it Beetlejuice rules?
So that would mean that Kame fixed Goku's chest, right? When he died?
At some point, maybe. Yeah, because he had a hole in his chest.
Mm-hmm.
Or he just covered it up. I don't know.
I ran out of power to heal, so I'm just going to put this, the spray. Damn it.
Kame.
Popo, what is it?
You're talking about, the seal stuff. Hold on.
Oh, Kame knows. It's Flex Seal.
Yes, you're talking about Flexio. You can just slap that on anything.
I sprayed it on the bottom of a boat.
With a screen door in it, yes.
And I sprayed it on Goku's chest. And back.
Any other place, Kame?
Also on the spot where his tail grows back.
Yeah, close it. We don't need that. Close
his chest, his back, his spot on his tail where it grows back.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was fishing for.
Popo and Kame love dirty stuff.
Yeah, look, Goku, we know you don't know anything about being hoardy except the one thing, that one time.
One time.
We also love the Fujis, but we dirty.
Kame and Popo, we're dirty now.
Yeah, we're nasty boys. We're getting an AM radio show.
It's called Look Out Below. And we do sick drops. And embarrassing contests on the radio.
It's with Kame, and my nickname is the Splooge.
Check out our new promo. Come down to the studio. See if you can eat more beans than Yajirobe. Winner gets 2 tickets to Coachella.
Call in and tell us your most embarrassing story at the Tenkaichi tournament. And you'll get front row tickets to the inauguration of Dog President. That's a prize the radio gives.
That is a prize the radio gives. And see. What a fun inauguration the Dog Presidents must have been.
Because he's just going to go up and say woof, and that's it. Short and sweet, baby.
And to my fellow Earth citizens, I say this. Woof. Dog President rules.
Yeah, I want to explore that more, but I know this episode comes out very close to a thing that we don't know what's gonna fucking happen.
That's true.
So let's hope it's as nice as Dog President's inauguration. Everyone would love that, is all I'll say.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's it, right? Oh,
That's it.
When they're doing kind of the recap, they have these 3 painterly airbrush screenshots.
Oh, yeah, we got to talk about these.
The big thing to me was that, did you see those lips on Frieza?
Hell yeah,
Kissable
I
as hell.
When Frieza get that pout going, Frieza saw those lip filler commercials on Instagram and said, hell yeah.
He put a bottle up to it.
Oh, no, that's bad. Don't do that.
Frieza, he's following those impossible beauty standards.
He works with Zarbon. It's kind of hard to not feel beauty envy there.
Zarbon has such luscious hair, perfect cheekbones. He's so tall. He gets all the likes on Insta. I don't. My followers I haven't even broken 4 digits.
It's okay, Lord Frieza. It's all right. I could help you. Maybe check out one of my famous accessorization and makeup tutorial blogs on YouTube.
I tried to do a beauty blog on YouTube and everyone said, "Hey, Baldy. Hey, Hornhead." Or first.
Lord Frieza, you did destroy them and their planet.
I did, and then my follower count dropped.
By about how many?
Like 3. But still, I'm new. You lose 3 followers, big whoop. It matters to me.
Okay, Lord Frieza, I'll send you to my lip guy. He'll have you pouty and not doubting anymore. Sometimes it only takes one thing, and if that makes you feel good, Lord Frieza, I say do it.
Zarbon, I feel like this is just sort of an excuse for content. You're gonna film the spa day?
Sure, I'll have the ghost of Kui with the camera while we do it. I'm just saying, Lord Frieza, if it makes you feel good, you are good.
Will the show pay for it? For the trip?
We pay for room and board. We will not pay for the procedure.
You would think it'd be the opposite, but thankfully I can fly, even though that's hell on my skin. Any tips?
All I'll say is moisturize before you fly and follow Czar Blog's beauty vlog on YouTube and Instagram.
That sounds gross. I can't believe you have 200,000. Zarblog sounds like a bunch of Namekians spitting eggs.
Lord Frieza. Cunning.
Yeah, they are. I mentioned that on one blog and they banned me from YouTube for like 3 days. I guess it's against their terms and certain graphic content someone flagged me for.
Also, Lord Frieza, you have to stop calling Saiyans monkeys online.
Scene.
Scene.
He's a bad guy.
He's a bad guy.
He's a bad guy. Never don't forget.
Don't forget. Both of these characters are bad dudes.
Not the cool kind that saved the president, but But Vince, we got some bad dudes in the emails.
Oh yeah?
So we have a new listener has written to us. This is from Vane, and they write, I've been listening to you for the last 3.5 months, and today just hit the final episode in your run of the Dragon Ball series. Now, I should let it be known that I only got into watching the Dragon Ball series in early October as a way to pass the time during quarantine. My first experience with anything Dragon Ball, though, was during its original run on Toonami while I was in high school. My best friend was a huge fan of Dragon Ball Z, and he would watch it while we played Yu-Gi-Oh! So I was aware of certain things going on behind me as we played. That is some I'm stopping the email to say that is like the most 90s thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, I was almost going to stop it at one point and said, did I go to middle school with this person? Like, this feels very emblematic of my high school, middle school experience.
They continue. I wasn't interested in the show at the time, so I went a very long time where I spent years listening to my best friend and his friends in our Xbox party chats. They'd go into long discussions about the lore of Dragon Ball and even played a little bit of Xenoverse without really knowing what was actually going on. So I finally decided I would give it a try. My best friend told me if I was going to start watching that I should start with Dragon Ball before Z. What started as an episode or two the first couple days quickly became entire seasons I cleared through, and within 2 weeks, I had finished Dragon Ball and was anticipating what Z held for me. Let me say that the first 5 episodes of DBZ didn't disappoint. All that took place in one day. I'm lost to anyone who doesn't begin with Dragon Ball before Z. After watching several episodes of Z, I realized I wanted to hear people talk about this show, so I've quickly grew to love and stumble upon your podcast and really enjoyed that while many others only focus on Z and Super, you actually started with Dragon Ball, and I've enjoyed listening to your episodes every morning while I work. You'll definitely be hearing from me more, and I never heard it corrected, but in an early episode, Aaron said that Tom Selleck was in Cop and a Half, but it was in fact Burt Reynolds who played in that movie. Anyway, you guys, keep fighting, and I'll keep listening. Now, Vane, thank you very much for the email. Love hearing how people get into the show. Thank you for listening and so speedily as well. Was this all a ruse to send me a correction? How about Cop and a Half?
It's all like a real roundabout way to tell you that you made a mistake, Aaron.
If this was like the compliment sandwich, how you give critiques, it's like an entire loaf of bread and half a slice of bologna.
I'm laughing at your pain.
He got me good.
Vane, I appreciate that. And that was a very nice email. Thank you so much for finding the podcast in the way that you did. It's very nice to hear the path to listenership when we get the chance. So good on you.
Yes, thank you very much for writing to us. And we do have some KHP research from Master Researcher Nick, who writes, I'd like to remind y'all that for a time, Funimation and Saban Entertainment had aired DBZ in what is referred to as the Ocean Dub. And since this is Saban we're talking about, a lot of stuff had to be edited so as not to scare away the kiddies. Obviously, this meant removing death from some scenes like this. And we have an image of Dodoria. The first one is, it just looks like he's scratching his back, and this Namekian is screaming in joy. But the next one is, Dodoria's hand is through this dude's chest. And he's screaming in pain. But also, through the magic of choice cuts in ADR, characters who for sure died got to live, even though body language and character acting might say no. They still totally died. Thanks to YouTube, in particular, a YouTuber, Phelan Porteous. Here are some clips for posterity. Now, I know what happened last time I sent you bite-sized clips, but I swear on my honor, these are all on the level. Keep fighting, Master Researcher Nick. I will play one for the listening audience, for the sake of time.
Yes,
so I'm going to read the titles, and you tell me which one you want to hear. What dead bodies? What are you talking about? See, he's still breathing. He's fine. And no one told Bulma.
Oh, no one told Bulma. That's what I want to know. That's what I want to hear.
All right. So these are examples of alterations in Dragon Ball Z.
Don't worry too much about it, Dende. I'm sure your family's okay.
I shouldn't laugh, but yeah, nobody told Bulma.
I'm sure all the girls in your village are fine, and you'll be going on dates and getting married and having kids the human way.
Dende, I'm sure you're going to get asked to dance during Ladies' Choice. All the concessions made for the kiddos, right? Mm-hmm. At the time, which is very interesting because, at least for me, and, growing up, coming back, like dipping back into old anime and the new stuff, and it definitely feels like certain, and maybe it's just like the the people making it. But I like that there is blood in anime again. Like, I'm watching Jujutsu Kaisen. There's a lot of blood in that anime. And it is used well, and it feels right. And when I look at clips of Dragon Ball Super and there's no blood, it doesn't translate. I don't, sometimes like what the characters are going through if you don't see them actually hurt. And yeah, I don't know.
It's weird, big picture wise, it's weird that we did this in media because America fucking loves violence. We'll show all kinds of violence all over the place.
Yes.
It's sex that we're all stuffy about and get awkward and make weird jokes on a podcast on about it. So there's a weird hypocritical element to all the censorship and all the alterations.
Right. And of course, like, we are not American studies majors or entertainment philosophers. It's just interesting when you kind of zoom out at the American media landscape and the caveats that are made on things. Look, I'm gonna say it, from outside of America coming in, is like, anime is a huge import, I feel like, for the American culture. And it's one of the bigger entertainment things that we do import. And for them to, at that time, be like, I don't know, let's cut out some of this stuff to make it more sanitary for our kids and stuff. It goes deeper than just like, isn't it interesting? Could it be sad?
Yeah, I actually, as you were right before you said it, I had that same thought. I'm like, oh, maybe it's because it's not from here.
Right?
There's xenophobia to the censorship. It's, man, yeah, deep episode, I guess, is the takeaway.
Yeah, we got there. We're down in that. We're down in the depths with the 4-star Namekian Dragon Ball.
Yeah. But thank you, Nick and Vane, for the emails. If you don't know where to send those Poke Raps or those 5-paragraph essays, you can send it to kamehousepartypod@gmail.com. You can talk to us on Twitter or Instagram. We're also streaming every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/kamehouseparty. A myriad of ways to interact with us if you want to. Don't feel pressure. If you just want us in your ears, keeping you company, that's fine too. But we'd love to hear from you if that's your thing.
Absolutely. And what Aaron said, just we do really appreciate all of the participation. So if you're into that thing, keep it up. And if you're not, we love lurkers. We love people just lurking on our content.
We're lurkers.
Yeah, we are at heart lurkers.
Oh, you don't know where I am.
Y'all don't know where we are on the internet. So no matter what you got going on this week, if you are just trying to explain that your entire culture is from eggs, or you're trying to get off Namek and not be dead, you gotta keep fighting.